Welcome back to another CR Live session, and happy Monday, if you can say that. It's like it's like heresy. I'm Dan Bongino, host of the Renegade Republican podcast. Thanks to everybody who listens and subscribes to the podcast. I really appreciate it. I'll put the links, as I always do, in the comments section of the post when I'm done, when I'm reading through your comments afterwards. I read some of them on the screen, too. It's just hard to constantly look over without staring into the camera. It'd be weird for all of you. So, another day, another media outrage against Trump. Folks, it's just, it's not even old. It's like antiquated. We're now a month into this presidency, and literally every day has been another far-left protest or outrage by the media, or we're up to calls for impeachment already by the Democrats. I'm not making this up. This is actually happening in the real world. So what's the latest scam we've seen by the media now? I mean, again, the stories are getting old because they're just embarrassing themselves and they don't get it. So he's given a speech, Trump, in Melbourne, which is north of here by about an hour and a half or so. And he's talking about the immigration crisis from Syria and war-torn countries in Europe. And he mentions Brussels and he mentions Paris. And Trump says something about Sweden. He says, last night in Sweden. That's what he said. Look what's happening in Sweden. Trump never says the word terror attack at all, never says the word terrorism talking about Sweden, never says the word attack talking about Sweden, and definitely never says the words terror attack in Sweden. That doesn't matter. It's almost an hour-long speech. The media decides they need something to pick out to humiliate and embarrass Trump because this is just all they have these days. And, I'm getting tired of this, too. I mean, this is really getting old. And they say, Trump talks about a fake terror attack in Sweden. Again, just 100% made up. Now, to be crystal clear, because I read the transcript, watched the speech again. He does say something to the effect of, look at what happened last night in Sweden. And then he says Sweden again. Now, what did he mean by that? I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not... I always get that guy I always mess this up on my podcast, from Johnny Carson. Karnak, remember Karnak? I'm not Karnak, okay? I'm not a mind reader. All I know is that Trump tweeted out the next day that when he said last night in Sweden, what he was talking about was a story he'd seen on Fox News. Seems 100% reasonable, right? I mean, how would the media be? Are these people mind readers? How did they get inside the cranium of Donald J. Trump and figure out he was talking about a terror attack in Sweden when he never said there was a terror attack in Sweden? Now, to show you how ridiculous the media has gotten, folks, listen, we need a free press. I get it. That's one thing I do agree with John McCain. But what John McCain didn't get when he was talking about the free press, and I don't understand this, is we need a fair press. What good is a free press if they're a propaganda arm of one political party? Meaning they only exist to advance an ideological agenda on one side of the political aisle. What's the purpose then? I don't understand. The whole idea behind an unfettered free press in the United States, the only profession mentioned in the Constitution, as far as I know, is the idea that they were going to be an independent referee between the government and the people, a constitutionally limited government in a constitutional republic, in a representative democracy where the press can tell the people the facts, the people can make an educated opinion about their government. That's not what's happening. It's not even close. You have the media reporting Trump terror attack in Sweden. It's just completely fabricated. Keep in mind, to show you how unfair these buffoons can be. These are the same people when Barack Obama said we had 57 states, that he traveled to 57 states. The media laughed it off. And folks, good. They should have. Barack Obama's not stupid. He doesn't think there are 57 states. Everybody poked fun at it. Remember when he said corpsman instead of corpsman? People poked fun at it. But no one thinks the guy's an idiot. I mean, the press gave him a complete pass. No one said, my gosh, Barack Obama thinks there's 57 states. But Trump doesn't even say there was a terror attack in Sweden. And the press reports the next day that Trump cites false terror attack in Sweden. These people are frauds. I almost get tired of doing these live sessions, calling these people out, because it's just getting so easy, because they're so pathetic. They're enraged by Trump, enraged by the idea that they're going to have to deal with this for 4 years. And it's like a bunch of children taking their toys and going home. Hey, one more story. It's really important. I saw this on Twitter. I retweeted it. If you want to follow me, by the way, I'm at Daniel Bongino. So Venezuela, which of course is a socialist country, which the far left media loves socialism. Many of them apologized for Venezuela for years before they were forced to report honestly on them. They did kind of a Walter Duranty on them there. So Venezuela, people in Venezuela have lost on average 19 pounds because they're starving, literally starving, and losing body weight because there's no food in Venezuela. Folks, I say this, and I'm asking all the college kids out there who listen to these things, and the younger generation and the libs who listen too, because I know they comment and write nasty stuff sometimes on the CR page. Don't you understand the human disaster socialism is? That this has happened everywhere it's been tried? Starvation, deprivation, poverty, crime, government tyranny. This is what happens in socialism. The fact that Venezuelans are losing weight, this is not a Weight Watchers ad, okay? But it should be an anti-socialism ad. Wake up. When government takes control of the means of production, the farms and the factories shut down because people don't want to work for government. They want to work for themselves and their families. Why this is still mysterious to another generation of young kids sold on this Bernie Sanders socialism Kool-Aid, despite the human deprivation going on in South America right now in Venezuela. It's just really disturbing. Read the story. It's really troubling, folks. Hey, thanks again for tuning in. Hey, if you haven't signed up yet for CRTV, I'd really appreciate if you give it a look. I had a couple nice tweets this weekend from people who checked out our content. It's our new commercial-free conservative network. You get Mark Levin's show, Steven Crowder's show, Michelle Malkin's show. We got a lot of great things coming in the future. You can watch it on your iPhone, your tablet. It's all around $8 a month. So we'd appreciate if you give it a look, crtv.com. And I'll see you all, by the way, at CPAC. I'll be doing my live session from here tomorrow. But then Wednesday on, I'll be at CPAC, so I'll see you there. Take it easy.